So my name is Paola. Was born in New York, in Queens. We moved down here when I was about in middle school. Actually, after high school, I moved to Virginia, to Maine. Didn't end too well. I actually got married very young to a very abusive relationship. I had my first daughter, and then that relationship ended extremely bad, where I had nothing but a 3-month-old and $23 left in my pocket. Flew back down to Florida, started fresh, and kind of just was working job to job, trying to finish college. I think I couldn't keep a job longer than like 2 months, and at this point I'm in my 30s. That's really hard for me. So it caused me to start having depression, like and anxiety and like panic attacks, and then my worth just felt worthless. I didn't feel like I was being a good parent. I didn't feel like I was being a good friend. I didn't feel like I was being a good human being. And like my prayers wasn't thanking him for anything. My prayers was, why did you forget about me? I never knew like what the next day would bring. And it was just like this dark area, to the point where my friend, my best friend actually, would just call me every day just to make sure that I didn't do anything stupid. A lot of people actually talked about potential, and I think Erica, who I knew from doing Herbalife, was like, oh, potential's great. I always see everybody posting about it. I'm like, I'm not a church person. God forgot about me, so why go to him? And then I just got really dark one day. I just started thinking about, would it be better if I wasn't here? Would my daughters benefit more if they didn't have such this horrible negative mom? If I'm no good to no one at this point. So I was like, I can't think like that. I refuse to think like that, or refuse for my children to see me like that. So I started Googling, I found the church, and pulled in, did not go in. I stayed in the car for like about like 30 minutes, just crying. Just like, I can't go in there. I can't, I was like, they're gonna judge me. This is embarrassing. I don't belong here. I don't feel worthy of being here. So my oldest like just reached over, put her arm on my shoulder, and was like, Mommy, you've been crying long enough, let's go. And then I get to the front and I see this smiling face, and it was Dallas, and I didn't know her at the time. And she was like, welcome, is this your first time? Like, just like if she knew me. And then, so she's like, oh, let's take your kids so you can focus on the church. And I'm like, oh, you guys have that? So she's like walking me around, just talking to me, not judging me, not knowing anything about me, just embracing me for being there. The next Sunday came, and I think that's the Sunday I realized that this is like where I belong, in a sense. So it was the Sunday where there was a blackout because it was raining so bad. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go, it's raining really bad. And then just something was like, just put your boots on, let's go. It was solely, the worship team, because, there was no power. So it was just them singing, and I felt every word that was said. And hearing Pastor Troy speak, and I just cried so hard that I felt like I was crying away like the negativity and the sadness and some of my brokenness. And then he had asked everybody to get down on their knees and just pray. Just this overwhelming feeling of me was like, get on your knees. And I got on my knees and I just broke down crying. And out of nowhere, here comes Dallas, this lady who does not know me, remembered me, just hugged me so hard. And at the end of the service, I remember getting up, putting my purse on, and there was this couple next to me. He tapped me on my shoulder, and he's like, I know you don't know me. He's like, but God wants me to tell you it's gonna be okay, and you are not alone. And I just remember crying so hard, and him and his wife just hugging me and telling me it's gonna be okay. And little do they know, something so small to them meant everything to me. And ever since then, I've been coming back, and I refuse to miss the worship because it's just changed me. It's so different, like who I am as a mother, as a person, as a friend, even an employee. It's so different, and there isn't enough thank yous that I can say.